잠깐 얘기 좀 합시다. 너가 아직 어려서 세상을 잘 몰라서 그러는데.
네.
어른들은 몰래.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the film review for the new Korean movie, The Villagers. I have also seen another title for this movie. I don't know if they've exactly settled on the English title. I've seen Ordinary People floating around. I know it sort of sounds like a Woody Allen movie, so I hope they don't go with that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be The Villagers. This is the one that stars Dong-seok, or Don Lee as he's billed as in the West. In this movie, of course, he's this former boxing champion who's looking to reinvent himself as a PE teacher at an all-girls high school in a small rural town, where a student there has just recently disappeared mysteriously. After he arrives, he sees the missing girl posters. He starts getting a strange feeling about this place. Everyone in this town seems highly agitated. They're very uptight, super unfriendly. And perhaps the weirdest thing is that after he gets acquainted with one student at the school, Yujin, who's played by Kim Sae-ron, who the world sort of got to know from her sort of breakout role in The Man from Nowhere, as a child actress, really. So Ma Dong-seok's character catches Yujin skipping out on class while she's out, and he discovers that she's out actually looking for her missing friend. And he quickly realizes that this girl, Yujin, is the only one, seemingly, in this town who seems to give a damn that there's a missing student. And Don Lee, his character's name is Gicho, he suddenly feels like this whole town is in on some sort of a giant secret. So it seems like, something's going on. Everybody starts kind of becoming a suspect. That's sort of how they're billing this movie. One girl goes missing and a whole town becomes suspect. So, like I said, the main actor in this, Ma Dong-seok, that's how he's known in Korea, so it's kind of difficult for me to say Don Lee, but I'll try to use that. So he is really beginning to create what I'm starting to view as his own little genre here. This is maybe a little bit of a stretch, but hear me out. Similar to how like a Jean-Claude Van Damme or Arnold Schwarzenegger or even like a Steven Seagal did, Don Lee, his persona is like this giant teddy bear with explosive punching power, someone you don't want to make angry. He really brings a certain amount of Don Lee to his roles that audiences have really grown accustomed to seeing and sort of expecting a certain amount of physicality out of his performances, usually in a sort of knockdown, drag him out, punch him out type of way. This one, The Villagers, is no different. As a former boxing champ, he's a strong, super strong puncher, able to punch through walls, doors. He delivers some real satisfying knockout punches to a few baddies. Some that will definitely go great in his ever-growing highlight reel of knockout punches. Someone please make that, by the way. That would be awesome. In The Villagers, these knockout punches, fairly satisfying, generally pleasing to the eye, pretty good brawls, but the film could have used a few more of these instances to showcase Don Lee getting rough and tough, because that's really some of the best parts. The Villagers is a little bit of an odd tone of a movie. I would say the general tone and the general genre of this movie is thriller first, drama second, action third, comedy fourth. So I know that's a real interesting combo, and it might be a little bit weird for some people, but if you ask me, that's a very interesting blend, and I sort of like that about this movie. The thriller aspects come through, with the town being super suspect and a girl's disappearance. There's some freaky, like, kidnapper type moments where he's in pursuit of people and real, nighttime stalker type stuff. It should be noted, I think, that this movie does depict some fairly strong violence towards sort of defenseless high school girls, so if you feel like that might, I feel like that could potentially turn a lot of people off when they're watching this. So just keep that in mind if you are planning to watch this. The drama from this movie comes from the missing girl's sick grandmother, who Yujin tries to kind of look after and reassure that, hey, she's out looking for and everything. Of course, sick, it's a Korean movie, sick grandma. And the drama comes with Gichol Donli, his growing relationship that he has with Yujin, as they sort of try to unravel this mystery in this town. Action, obviously, with the brawl scenes, as Gichol tears his way through the movie's villains. And comedy just in the general aura that Don Lee brings to his movies is sort of, like I said, that giant teddy bear who doesn't really know his own power, sort of knocks things over accidentally sometimes, pushes one person a little bit too hard, hey, sorry, And just when this movie kind of started and he gets into this town and he starts seeing everybody acting strange, it did have a real sort of comedic tone to it that I liked. Sort of quickly went away, though, as a lot more of the thriller elements picked up. So this movie, The Villagers, was kind of generic in a lot of ways, but if you watch it, like I said before, as sort of this fun, well, for me it was pretty fun, entry into this ever-growing body of like Don Lee films, where his physicality becomes real front and center and a key feature of the overall spectacle, I truly feel like there is a lot of fun that could be had with this movie. Even if the movie actually does take a fairly dark overall tone by its end, it can still be pretty fun. Don Lee just has a real great screen presence. He's always real fun to watch. Kim Sae-ron, the actress who plays Yujin in this movie, she spends a lot of time in this movie sort of being real closed off and defensive, understandably, as the whole town seems to be like not helping her. So it's a little bit hard to see some, big array of acting. However, by the later stage of this movie, she does get to open up, and she does have a few moments where she can show a larger range of acting talents. And she did a great job. I really liked all of her scenes. This movie, The Villagers, I feel like is very aware of the kind of genre entertainment that it is. And that's something that I really respect after coming out of a film. It knows what it wants to be. It does it fairly well. It's just not trying to pretend like it's something else. So I really like that. So I'm going to rate The Villagers a pretty strong 6 out of 10. A small, enjoyable piece of genre filmmaking. And another fun entry into the ever-growing body, no pun intended, of Don Lee films. So I feel like if we had video stores in the next few years or so, if we still had video stores, there would be a section of Don Lee films, like a shelf devoted to all of his movies, kind of like a Jean-Claude Van Damme section. So I'm actually finding myself fairly excited for his upcoming Unstoppable, which comes out, I believe, next week. So I think that one's going to have a lot more physical action of Don Lee taking down some people, being the human juggernaut, than he is in The Villagers. So check out The Villagers. I'm curious to know what you guys think of this movie, because I found myself surprisingly entertained by it overall. So that's going to be it for this one. If you do like these Korean movie reviews, you can check out the playlist. You can subscribe to the channel and use the notify bell so you can see all of our new movie reviews that we're posting. Hopefully I can get a couple others up this week. I do have, I'm going to be in this like music video coming up, so it's a small acting thing, but so I might be a little bit busy, but we got them coming. So until then, I'm Tyler at The Movie Beat. Keep watching movies.